Aries, Taurus, Cuspers. Have you been feeling pulled into completely different directions lately? Because July feels like a turning point month, one where Spirit is asking you to stop surviving and start choosing what truly aligns with your future. Let's dive in, beautiful souls. Welcome in, my Aries, Taurus, Cusper souls. Welcome back to the Mystical Soul Tribe. If you're new here, hi, Amanda. And if you're returning, welcome back in, beautiful souls. Oh, and thank you so much for those that do hit the like button, leave comments, subscribe, and share these messages. You know, as I'm tuning into your energy for July, what I'm hearing here is something has to change. Not because you're failing, not because you're behind, but because you've outgrown a version of yourself that carried you through the first half of 2026. July feels different from what you've been experiencing over the last few months. May asked you perhaps to slow down and become aware. June asked you to heal and see things differently. July asks you to choose your priorities, your boundaries, your future, and most importantly, yourself. Many of you may begin July feeling mentally scattered or pulled in multiple directions. Mars moving through Gemini is creating a lot of movement, ideas, conversations, opportunities, and distractions all at once. You may feel excited one day and then uncertain the next. You may feel ready to leap forward, yet part of you still wants guarantees. The energy I'm actually seeing here is someone standing at crossroads holding two maps. Both paths seem impossible, or both paths actually seem possible. Maybe you having a little bit of doubt and saying it seems impossible, but it seems both possible. But only one feels aligned with your heart. And throughout the first half of July, Mercury is still retrograde, right? Which is influencing reflection, especially around the emotional matters, family situations, communication patterns, and decisions you've been avoiding. Something from the past may just reappear. Maybe it's a conversation, a person, a dream that you once gave up on. Maybe it's just going to be an opportunity that you thought you already passed. And what Spirit is saying, this isn't happening to confuse you. It's happening so you can finally decide what deserves space in your future. What deserves space in your future? For love, July feels incredibly revealing. You know, Cancer Moon, we have it on the 14th. It's shining a light on the emotional security. Who feels like home? What do you truly need in relationships? Where have you been settling for less than you deserve? For some of you may realize you've been carrying old emotional wounds into new connections. Others may just discover that a relationship has deeper potential than you previously realized. The energy feels less about chasing love and more about understanding what healthy love actually feels like. Towards the end of the month, right, Venus is going to create this beautiful, challenging aspect. For some, this could bring romantic breakthroughs. For others, it might just reveal a truth that can no longer be ignored. Whatever surfaces, trust that clarity is a gift. I mean, even if we're looking at your career energy, it really feels active, right? Very active. Like the first week of July carries this breakthrough energy through Mars, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto connections. Unexpected ideas, opportunities, conversations, or maybe even solutions may appear out of nowhere. Something that felt stuck may suddenly begin moving forward or begin moving, you know. But, however, Spirit is reminding you not to rush. Aries energy wants action. Taurus energy wants stability. I'm hearing your lesson this month is finding the balance between courage and patience. Financially, many of you might be getting to think more long term. You're just asking, you're not just asking how much do I make, how much money, how can I say, how do I make money? You're not just asking how do I make money. You're asking how do I build security? There's going to be like a shift in mindset that is going to be important because July is going to begin planting seeds that may continue growing over the next year. Cancer energy throughout the month also bringing strong themes around home, family, emotional healing and belonging, that some of you may be creating healthier boundaries. Some may be reconnecting with family, others may be healing old wounds that have followed you for years. You know, Chiron is entering Taurus around the 19th, which is going to continue to work deeply with your cusp energy. And it's going to be very powerful that healing now isn't just about becoming someone different. It's about finally accepting who you've always been. There's going to be a beautiful message coming through. I'm hearing that you don't need to prove. Yeah, there's a message coming through that you don't need to prove your worth anymore. You don't need to earn your right to be loved. You don't need permission to take up space in your own life. Overall, I feel the biggest blessing arrives near the end of July. Jupiter has this powerful activity throughout the month, followed by the Sun conjuncting Jupiter and the Aquarius full moon around the 29th. It's going to feel like a moment of expansion and realization. Something is going to become clearer. A door may just open up for you. A truth is revealed. Or maybe it'll be a decision that you've been wrestling with. It finally becomes obvious, or finally feels obvious. This isn't going to be a month about having every answer. It's going to be about trusting yourself enough to take the next step. I'm hearing that's exactly where your power is returning. All right, let's really dive into the cards. Your current energy as you're entering July, my Aries, Taurus, Cuspers. Oh, and thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it if you haven't yet. It tells me that many of you entering July feeling like you're juggling a lot at once. You may be balancing responsibilities, emotions, work demands, family obligations, financial concerns, or maybe it could even be two different paths that are calling your attention. What's interesting is that this really mirrors the astrology perfectly. Mars spending most of the month in Gemini, bringing movement, options, conversations, and that constant mental activity that you may feel like life is asking you to keep several balls in the air at once. Okay, the message here is that you're actually handling more than you give yourself credit for here. However, Spirit wants you to be careful not to become so busy managing life that you forget to enjoy it. So I'm hearing here something about adaptability, resilience, flexibility, that you're learning how to dance with change instead of resisting it. So what I'm hearing here is stop trying to control every outcome and then focus on the next step. Don't focus on that entire staircase. The theme of the month is the Five of Swords. July, if I'm hearing here for you guys, if July had a headline for my Aries, Taurus, Cuspers, I'm hearing choose your battles wisely. This card feels connected to the mental tension that many of you have been carrying. Not every disagreement needs a response. Not every challenge deserves your energy. Not every person deserves access to your peace. So Mercury retrograde is influencing much of the month, and several intense planetary aspects, right, will be activating communication themes, misunderstandings that could arise. What Spirit is showing me is that the real victory this month is going to come through discernment. Some of you may finally walk away from draining situations. Others may stop arguing with people who are committed to misunderstanding them. I'm hearing the biggest lesson here is going to be to protect your peace. Winning an argument is not always the same as winning your freedom. And Five of Swords, five is about the number of change, right? Fives could be a significant number for someone out there. Whoa. Your next card here, Six of Cups. A key goal to pursue for the month of July is that your soul wants you to reconnect with what generally brings you joy. That some of you, this could be creativity. For others, this could be healing your inner child. Your inner child wounds. For others, this is going to be reconnecting with loved ones, old dreams, forgotten talents, or passions maybe you've neglected. Yeah, we do have that Cancer new moon around the 14th. It really feels strongly connected to this card. I'm getting the energy here that you're being invited to create the emotional safety within yourself. Sometimes progress isn't about pushing harder, right? Sometimes progress is remaining or how can I say, progress is about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. So what I'm actually hearing here is that what made your heart light up before life became serious? That answer may just guide you this month. What lit up your heart? What, before life became serious? Your obstacles to overcome is the Page of Wands. Okay, this may actually surprise you because the Page of Wands is normally full of excitement and possibility. But Spirit here is showing an obstacle around inconsistency. Starting things and then not finishing them. Getting excited and then doubting yourself. Feeling inspired about becoming... feeling inspired but becoming distracted before momentum builds. So I'm hearing July brings this powerful breakthrough energy around through Mars, Uranus, Jupiter, and Leo influences. Ideas may come quickly. Opportunities may appear suddenly. And maybe the challenge isn't finding the inspiration. The challenge is going to be maybe staying committed long enough to see the results. I'm hearing here, don't chase every opportunity. Choose the ones that align with your future. So what is your major accomplishments this month? Is the Eight of Wands. Wow, movement. Okay. Things are going to begin moving fast in the month of July for you. Those months where you were waiting, questioning, healing, preparing, July may just bring noticeable momentum. I'm hearing something about messages, decisions being made, plans move forward, opportunities open. Some of you, this could involve work, travel, relationships, communication, personal goals, healing, seeing doctors. This card feels like the energy that something has finally released after being held back. I'm hearing those delays were not punishment, they were preparation. Eights could be a significant number. I'm seeing 2s, 5s, 6s, 8s, 7s, and 9s. Those could be any of those numbers, really could be significant for someone out there. 7 of Wheels. What to avoid? Okay, so avoid believing that nothing is happening simply because you cannot see the immediate results. I'm hearing that many of my Taurus, my Aries, Taurus, Cuspers are naturally action orientated. You like progress, you like movement, you like knowing your efforts are creating something tangible. But this card also says that impatience could become your biggest enemy. Some of the seeds planted earlier this year, I'm hearing, are still growing beneath the surface. I'm hearing, don't uproot something that needs more time. Remember the message from the Time Master. Divine timing matters. Page of Wands. What to embrace. Feels like this is a fresh beginning. Why am I saying Page of Wands? This is Page of Wheels. This Wheels and the Wands. I always get confused. Page of Wheels. Okay, so this Pentacles, right? It's a new skill, a new financial opportunity. It could be a new mindset. Maybe it's a new level of self-worth. Page of Wheels encourages that curiosity, right? That you don't need to know everything before it begins. You simply need to be willing to learn. Many of you are entering a chapter where growth becomes through practical action rather than waiting for perfect certainty. Small steps become big results. This flu cold thing that I had is taking a serious long time to remove itself. I've never had battles with so much phlegm in my life. Alright. The Nine of Swords is where you're going to find support. This card may seem strange in the support position, right? But 9 is also completion. It's close to completion. Spirit is showing something important here. Support comes when you stop carrying your worries alone. Many of you have become so used to handling everything yourselves that maybe you've forgotten to that you're allowed to ask for help. The support may come through an honest conversation, a trusted friend, a family member, a soul tribe, your soul tribe. Maybe it's going to be a therapist, a doctor, a mentor, spiritual guidance. I'm hearing don't suffer in silence this month. Whatever this is for you, don't suffer in silence. The moment you speak your fears out, they often lose their power. Your advice and encouragement for the month of July, Ace of Wheels. Wow, I like this for you because this is actually one of your strongest cards in this whole entire reading. That Spirit is placing a seed opportunity in your hands. This is Taurus energy coming through here. This could be financial, career-related. It could be a new lifestyle choice, a healthier routine, something long-term that's invested in yourself. The Ace of Wheels is a reminder that your abundance often begins quietly, not through those fireworks, not through the instant success, but with that one decision, one action, one opportunity, one brave step forward. I'm hearing don't overlook the small beginnings this month because they're going to carry enormous future potential. All right, let's have a look at your final card from the Mystical Forest Oracle here, a core of love. Love is not about seeking. It flows into your life effortlessly once you open up your heart to receive its divine presence. I feel like this message reaches far beyond romantic love. It's about allowing yourself to receive support, receive blessings, opportunities, healing, abundance. Many of you have spent years giving, pushing, working, carrying, surviving. But Spirit says that your next chapter isn't going to be through force. It's built through openness. That love, that support, that opportunities and blessings that you've been seeking may already been trying to find their way to you. I'm hearing open up your heart enough to receive. Wow. My Aries, Taurus, Cuspers, July feels like a month where life begins responding to the version of you that you've been becoming behind the scenes. I'm hearing keep choosing peace over chaos. Keep choosing growth over fear. Keep choosing yourself over old limitations, because the seed that you're planting now have the power to shape the rest of your 2026. Hey, beautiful souls, if this message helped you in any sort of way for the month ahead, perhaps you can let us know in the comments, what area of your life are you most ready to receive more love, abundance, and support in? Thank you for hitting that like button, leaving comments, being subscribers, sharing this message with another cusper that is an Aries, Taurus cusp. Until next time, trust your intuition, trust divine timing, and remember, the universe is often working for you long before you see the results. So I'm sending you love and light and many blessings for the month ahead. And I will check you around in the comment section.